I want them to see this video. I wanted to see the response of Mbappe.
Vous allez supporter le Real Madrid, ¿verdad?
What do you thought about that video?
Yo, if you're the journalist out there.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Visión Fútbol. My name is Simrri.
My name is Hamex.
And Hamex, we are continuing in the Champions League, and we're going to talk about what happened in the semifinals. We're going to talk about specifically about the game of PSG versus Dortmund. And I was reading this article, and it kind of intrigued me because it said, has the Champions League become boring? Because it has become too predictable. And for example, they said that in the last 10 years, the same clubs have been winning, like Real Madrid, Bayern, Barcelona, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Besides Manchester City, that we know that last time they won the treble under Pep Guardiola, which in my opinion is considered the best team right now in the world, or the best club.
Even though they're at the Champions League.
even though they are on it, but that's another topic. That's something we can talk about. We can debate about. But now we have, you can say, an underdog, which is Dortmund, going to the finals. Did you expect this?
I expect Dortmund? No. Every single team wanted to face Dortmund because they're like, yo, this team's easy. Like, let us take the team. Which, funny enough, I saw on X, which is what it's called now because it used to be called Twitter. On X, the Dortmund team was like, or a player, I think it was Matt Hummels, he tweeted out, he was like, every team wanted to face us. And then he was like, oh, we're going to be nice enough to let them face us. And then it's funny because now they're in the final, which is absolutely crazy. I don't think anybody expected it, which is why I think the Champions League is not boring at all. Because, you know, it's like de vez en cuando, or sometimes like we get surprises. And I think that, for me, that's like the best part of the Champions League.
I think now that Dortmund is going to the finals, it did change. Now the outcome that people say is too predictable because nobody predicted Dortmund going to the finals.
Definitely not me.
Right? Last time that they were in the finals was in 1997.
Damn.
And they won against Juventus. And I want to emphasize on that because similarly, during that time in 1997 when they won the first Champions League, they were considered the underdogs as well.
Really?
Juventus was considered the favorites, and they were considered the best team of the world in that time.
Really?
And they won 3-1.
Damn! This is all the hope to like all the Dortmund fans out there. I think having Dortmund in the final is really interesting, especially like with the players that they have and like the change of character that is in the players. I don't know if you want to talk about Jadon Sancho now, but like those players highlighting Sancho, Sabitzer, who used to be United. United became a flop because now they're like in what, like 8th place in the Premier League right now. They're struggling, and it's funny enough that they left Manchester United, and now they find themselves in the Champions League final, which is absolutely crazy.
Now, you mentioned Jadon Sancho, and I want to talk about him a little bit because, to be sincere, he did really a great performance against PSG.
Oh yeah.
His attack ons were on point, and so you could say he was a player that you couldn't miss. Yeah. Right. But one of the things is that his dribbles. Yeah, he's considered one of the brightest and youngest talents in Europe right now. But before we talk about that, there's something that you can say that it was disastrous that happened with him in Manchester United. Can you tell the people what happened? What's going on with this drama again with Jadon Sancho and his ex-coach of Manchester United?
So very quick recap or a little context in case you guys didn't know. Jadon Sancho, he was at Manchester United, and Erik ten Hag was also the coach of Manchester United. He still is. Currently, as of this video, he still is coach. He's probably gonna get fired, but as of this video, he's still coach. So Jadon Sancho, Manchester United, the coach is there. Jadon Sancho, they have been losing. They like had a losing streak in Manchester United. The press interviewed the coach. The coach was like, yeah, it's not really my fault. It's all Jadon Sancho's fault. You know, he was kind of slacking, so it's not on me. And then Jadon Sancho was like, wait a minute, hold up. What do you mean it's all on me? I was barely playing because you just subbed me in. Like, why are you putting all like the pressure and all the media hate on me? So then Jadon Sancho was like, he defended himself. He was like, I don't really think like, you know, it's me. Like, you know, in other words, he's like, it's not all my fault. Like, what are you talking about? You're the coach. And, you know, Eric Ten Hag, he didn't like that. And then it got into even more pettiness because Jadon Sancho liked a tweet on Twitter, well, it used to be Twitter, of like the coach like making questionable decisions. And then Jadon Sancho, he liked those tweets, and then Eric Ten Hag was like, yeah, you're not playing no more. You're not playing until you apologize to me. And Jadon Sancho was like, why should I do that if I'm not speaking like lies? I'm telling the truth. Like, it's all like you're the manager. You're supposed to make these calls. So then they went back and forth, and he was like, I'm not apologizing to you. And he's like, well, I'm not playing you then. And then Eric Ten Hag got even more deep into it, and he was like, all right, you don't want to apologize to me? Now you're not playing with us or training with either. You're going to the B team. So he sent him to the B team. Whoa. And in the B team, the coach also told him, he's like, you basically told him, you can't sit with us, you can't eat with us, you can't look at us. And he basically kind of like pushed him to the side. Jadon Sancho was like, all right, cool, man. I don't want to be here no more. He left the Dortmund, and look at him now in the Champions League final, and Eric Ten Hag about to like lose his job. So that's how it goes, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
The ironic thing is that Manchester United right now, they're like, what's going on with the team?
They're doing bad, bro.
And Jadon Sancho now, he is going to the finals in the Champions League.
And he's killing it and he's doing it a good individual performance. You know what I mean? So that just goes to show Manchester United, what you doing.
But I want us to put that video of there was at the post match of after PSG versus Dortmund, there was a video about Mbappe. Uh-huh. Somebody dared to ask him the question and he told him, he asked him, he's like, who are you gonna support, Real Madrid or PSG? But I want them to see this video. I wanted to see the response of Mbappe.
Vous allez supporter le Real Madrid, ¿verdad?
What do you thought about that video?
Yo, if you're the journalist out there, you're crazy. How could you, like, in my mind, I was like, what are you doing, bro? Like, how are you asking someone that just lost, right? Yo, who are you supporting for, bro? We know you lost, but like, yeah, it's like, what? Like, what are you doing, man? So that was crazy. And speaking of PSG, since we didn't really talk about much about them, but they lost. Yo, they should be called Post Saint-Germain, bro, because yo, the post was just like constantly like blocking their goals. It's literally like they weren't meant to win. Like it was post after post after post, so it just wasn't their day. And I think that's just how soccer goes.
It just wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be.
But anyways, we are gonna talk about the game that everybody was waiting for. Man. Real Madrid versus Bayern. But before we go and we talk about that game, which Hamex is so excited to talk about Real Madrid, we're going to go to the Word of God first. The Word of God reads in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verses 1 through 3. Children, obey your parents because you belong to the Lord. For this is the right thing to do. Honor your father and mother. This is the first commandment with a promise. If you honor your father and mother, things will go well for you, and you will have a long life on the earth. Now here the Lord tells us to honor our father and our mother. Honor means to respect. Honor means to respect our parents in word and in action. So honor goes beyond mere obedience. And I was reading this story about a young boy. And this young boy, he did not listen to his dad at all. One day he was playing with his toys and his dad called him to the dinner table. And the kid was so stubborn that he didn't want to listen to his dad. That his dad, he got kind of upset because he didn't want to listen to him. That at the end, the kid, he went to sit down, but silently in his voice, he said, I'm going to sit down, but in my heart, I'm still standing up.
What?
And so honoring means more than just mere, it it goes beyond mere obedience, because a lot of people can respect people in words, but not in action. Just like this young boy did, right? He said, "Okay, I'm gonna obey you with my actions, with my body, but in my heart, I'm still standing up." And so that's why I'm saying honor is having respect not only in words but also in action. And also one of the things is that honor is recognizing the person's position or rank. For example, there is many Americans that they don't agree with the president of the United States, with the decision that he makes. But they should honor, right, respect the president, because he is the leader of the nation. And this position was given by God. Similarly, with children, they should honor, they should respect their parents. Sometimes there's going to be disagreements, but they should honor their parents. This commandment about honoring your father and your mother, God values it so much that he put it in the 10 Commandments. And it's the first commandment with a promise. What do you think, Hamex?
That's how you know it's a golden commandment, bro, because it has a whole promise to it. That story, it makes a lot of sense. Sometimes you could say a lot, we could be like, yeah, I'll listen, but we never do it. Your mom could probably be like, yo, and this has happened to me before, right? My mom's like, go clean your room, I'll be like, yeah, I'll do it. And then like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours pass by, and it's like, my mom comes in, she's like, yo, what happened to your room? I thought I told you to clean it. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. But then I never do it. So I'm just, I'm just talking, but I'm not showing that I'm actually obeying to what she's saying or what she's telling me to do. So, and it goes even more, it goes even more further than that, than just, having your room clean or doing this. It goes for like in all things in life. Whoever is in that position of, authority over you, whether it be your teacher, your parents, whoever's in that authority, you should be obedient to them. And, I love that Jesus also gives us the best example, because he not only tells us to do it, but he showed us that it is the right way to do it when he was here on this earth, and he came through Mary, and he grew up as a kid, and then he also obeyed his parents. But aside from obeying his earthly terrestrial parents, he never also lost sight that he also had to obey his celestial father. So even through all like the things of him being literally the creator of the universe and all that, right, he still obeyed his terrestrial parents, which goes to show you, if Jesus did it, then then we gotta do it too. Like, who are we to not obey our terrestrial parents if Jesus is already setting us the example to do so? And on top of that, God has given us that promise that it comes with, which means that we get to have a longer life. And I don't know whoever wants a longer life, but I do. And it's so beautiful that we see how God values this commandment as well.
And also it says that so that everything can go well for you. And this is not only speaking about, I know a lot of people are probably thinking about, oh, it's gonna go well for me and the money, but it goes beyond that. It goes also mentally, physically, socially. All those outcomes will come out positive because we're honoring our father and our mother. Now, one of the things that I want to say, and it's very important, if a parent or authority, any authority, goes against or instructs us to go against God's command, then we should obey God than the person. That is the only time. But I want to tell you, people that are watching us right now, if we do not honor God because God has given this command, if we do not obey his commands, then God cannot honor us. If we want to be blessed and if we want to do what's pleasing to God, to him, we have to honor our parents. And if you want everything to go well for you and you want a long life, then we should honor our parents. So let us honor our father and our mother.
So aside from PSG and Dortmund, we also have another very interesting game, which I feel like a lot of people have also been looking forward to this game. And we're not talking about Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. And let me tell you, bro, Real Madrid, bro, every single time, known as the comeback kings of Europe, it's in their blood, bro. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. I don't even know how to explain it. Just all I know is that even though Bayern was winning 1-0, when I was watching the game, I was like, this isn't over yet. Like Bayern, like don't lower your guard down. You're facing Real Madrid. It's not over till like minute 90 of 49. Like you never ever think just because you're one goal ahead of Real Madrid or even two that you're gonna win. It happened to Liverpool too when they were also playing against them. You can't slack around Madrid for a minute. As soon as you start as soon as the ref blows the whistle, you cannot lower your guard down at all.
You know, there was two unexpected things here. First,
the referee.
It was we're gonna talk about that.
Oh my God!
But one of the things was that at the last minutes they did this, and another thing that I want to point out is that we have an unexpected hero for Real Madrid. That me personally, I never heard of this player, and his name is Joselu, 34-year-old striker, Spanish striker. He came out of nowhere, and he's considered the hero of Real Madrid because he basically scored those 2 goals. But talking about those goals, we want to also talk about the controversial part, the Bayern, where they gave them the offside goal. That's a big controversy. What's going on there?
That guy should get fired, bro. That guy should never referee Champions League game ever again.
Before we say our opinions.
No, that's not an opinion. It's a fact, bro. That guy should never referee a game.
Before we say the opinions and facts, I want the people to see these videos about what Tuchel said, about what De Ligt said, but also about what Carlo said. Let us see it.
You were looking in the monitor the last play. Have you been talking with Marciniak, with the referee?
Yeah, I talk with him because I think we all know the rules. If it's not a clear offside, you have to play. You have to play on. And yeah, I find it a little bit a disgrace that he whistles. Because yeah, what I say, this is the rule, and like the goal of Rudiger, the goal of Joselu, the second one, it's also almost offside, and he keep playing and he score, and they see the video and it's a goal. But why not with us? I think that's impossible and incredible. But yeah, in the end, it's always easy to speak about the referee, and in the end, Madrid won, so they deserve it in the end.
Thank you, Matis.
The linesman said sorry, but that does not help on that kind of level. To raise the flag in a decision like this, in a close decision in the last minute, and the referee as well. The referee does not have to whistle. He sees that we win the second ball. He sees that we get a shot away. To whistle is a very, very bad decision, and it's against the rules, and it's a bad decision from both of them. It's a disaster, but okay. Tough to swallow, but it's the way it is.
En línea levanta, el árbitro pita y nosotros paramos. Este árbitro ha arbitrado la final del Mundial, es un árbitro de alto nivel. Como se quejan ellos de esto, nosotros nos quejamos del gol anulado a Nacho. Porque Kimmich se ha tirado. Era un empujón, me estaban empujando.
So Hamex, what do you thought about it?
I think Bayern Munich, again, lowered their guard down. I think, again, that ref should never referee a Champions League match ever again, because how in the world?
And he was the same one for the World Cup.
Bro, no, it doesn't even matter. He should get his own license removed. How do you stop a play and like, bro? Like, yo, I have like no words to explain like what just happened, because he stopped the play while it was still in motion, and that just confused everybody. Like, I'm not gonna say like, like whatever. Like that messed up Real Madrid. That messed up Bayern Munich, because Real Madrid technically they stopped playing for the ball. Like, no one really moved. They stopped, but like technically you're supposed to let the play like go on, because it was so close. There are times where the referee doesn't raise up the flag, and it's like so obvious that it's offside. So like, why would you do that when it's like right there? Like, I didn't understand that. And if you see, and the funny part is that I think De Ligt told the referee, he was like, yo, like, what happened? He's like, I made a mistake. You cannot make a mistake on the Champions League semi-final, bro. Like, there's no room for error there. Like, what are you doing? So the fact that whole thing just got messed up, I don't know, bro. And Mueller was tight, bro. Like, Mueller, he was more red than his own jersey, bro. Like, he was so, like, he was fuming. So, which, you know, rightfully so. And you know that just I don't know. I'm not gonna be here and be like, oh my God, Bayern could have won because like Real Madrid, they're a different monster. Like when they're playing their Bernabeu.
You know why? Because I can imagine Real Madrid fans texting right now saying, "Go ahead, cry more, especially you, bro. Cry more." But you know, there's so many things to say, but one thing we can say is this: the VAR is there for a reason. They have the technology to prevent this kind of mistakes, right? Especially talking about semifinals in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So that's all we can say. The VAR is there. The technology is there. That's why the referees, they can make mistakes, but that's why we have the technology, right? So what's going on?
So what I have understood is that technically he can't go to the VAR because he didn't let the play go forward, because he stopped the play. He can't go to the VAR because he stopped it like right before the leg got a chance to shoot it. So since there was no direct goal like play on that play, like they didn't go to VAR. But I was like, bro, like
I don't know about
you messed up everything.
You could say whatever, but if you're not using the VAR, the technology and stuff like that, because we make mistakes, humans make mistakes. But if you're not going to the VAR and doing the technology, then in my conclusion, I could say, hey man, these things are rigged. My conclusion.
No, no, yeah, of course. Anybody would, because there's a lot of money on the line too. Like it's a semi-final, you're going to the final. That's money that's not going into the club. Of course, both of these clubs are stacked.
But we can't deny Real Madrid is a very good team.
Oh, yeah,
they were bombarding Bayern at the beginning.
Oh yeah,
so
they didn't let them breathe.
so we cannot deny that they're a good team, because as Carlos said, you know, they're complaining. So we're gonna complain too, like we saw in the video. We're gonna complain too. So why they cancel the goal for Nacho? So, anyways, my friend.
No, bro. If you just see that dude said like, come on, right to his neck. How many times? Okay.
Anyway, friends, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this drama going on, the controversial goal? And did you guys expect the final of Dortmund versus Real Madrid?
I want to say one thing though. If everything right now, the final, Real Madrid they're like made to win this. And I'm not saying like that it's. I'm being like, this is Real Madrid's final. Like they beat whoever they needed to beat, and this is it. Like they should win it. Everything points to them winning. All like the stats, everything points to them winning. If Dortmund wins, I wouldn't even understand how that happened. Like that would be so like what? Because everything's in Real Madrid's favor right now. Like how they're playing, their play style, how they never give up, how it's in their blood or whatever. But if Dortmund somehow win and we come back and Dortmund is the winner, I want to be like, how? Like I'm gonna be like shocked.
So to conclude, who's gonna win the final? Who you predicting?
I think Real Madrid's gonna win. I want Dortmund to win, but we'll see. Anything can happen in the Champions League game.
You know, one of the things that I can say is that you never know, because it can happen in 1997 as well. Juventus was considered the favorite. Juventus was considered the best team of the world, which right now we can say we're Real Madrid. They're considered the favorites,
and
they're considered one of the best teams of the world. But we can have also it could happen again.
Underdog
Dortmund, the underdogs, they can win again. So anyway, I don't know. But anyways,
versus ex-club too.
Anyways,
right, you know?
we'll have to wait and see. And what do you guys think? Who you guys think is gonna win? But anyways, this was all for this episode. We have so much more, and we just can't wait to see the
Also, don't forget to follow us on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. We upload a lot and very frequently, so please follow us there.
And thank you for those that have been with us this long journey. Thank you for that. Thank you for the support. And we ask you guys to keep on writing, commenting, that we read all the comments, right? And so thank you for that, because first God, we are growing. And also thanks to the Lord for you guys, because we're also having more people that we know that our content is reaching more people. But anyways, this was all for this episode. My name is Simrri.
My name is Hamex.
Bye.